Paul Heyman was last seen in late June at Madison Square Garden, where he was viciously assaulted by Solo Sikoa and his bloodline. When Roman Reigns phoned the Wiseman this past Friday, his number was out of service. WWE Hall of Famer Bully Ray believes Heyman will be back with the fifth member of the Og bloodline at Survivor Series, War Games. As of this writing, Seth Rollins has outright rejected their offer twice. Despite Bronson Reed being Sikoa's fifth member, the former World Heavyweight Champion has no interest in getting involved with the OTC's business. Speaking on Busted Open, Bully Ray speculated that Paul Heyman needs to be the one who brings in the fifth member for the Og bloodline. Ray feels that with how Rollins has been so vocal about his disdain for the faction, the latter will not ultimately backtrack his decision. Instead, it could be someone who has something to do with the Wiseman. While Heyman has made a career out of turning on his clients, many believe it makes zero sense for him to turn on the OTC after the way he was written off television in June. Watch the video above to relive the intense segment. WWE analyst Sam Roberts recently discussed the ongoing storyline on his Not Some Wrestling podcast and noted that nothing is out of the realm of possibility. He touched upon the possibility of The Rock returning to SmackDown, revealing himself as the puppeteer. Roberts feels that perhaps Reigns was unable to connect to Heyman because the veteran is now in cahoots with the final boss. WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle recently credited Heyman and WWE CCO Triple H for the boom in wrestling today. According to Angle, they know the business in and out to keep it going strong in the coming years. Paul Heyman, one of the most brilliant minds in WWE history, has a knack for shaking things up whenever he steps into the spotlight. As the special counsel to Roman Reigns during his dominant run as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Heyman has proven time and again that his presence elevates any storyline. Recently, a WWE legend hinted that Heyman will soon make a return to SmackDown, not just to manage, but to introduce someone new to the WWE Universe. This revelation has sparked widespread speculation, with fans eagerly debating who this mysterious figure could be. Could it be a returning legend? A promising rookie? Or perhaps an unexpected outsider stepping into WWE for the first time? Let's explore the possibilities, the impact of Heyman's return, and how this storyline could unfold. To understand the magnitude of Heyman's potential return, it's crucial to reflect on his legacy. As a manager, advocate, and on-screen strategist, Heyman has played a pivotal role in shaping the careers of some of the biggest names in wrestling. From Brock Lesnar's unprecedented dominance to CM Punk's historic WWE Championship reign and Roman Reigns' Tribal Chief era, Heyman's ability to craft compelling narratives and amplify a superstar's persona is unmatched. If WWE is bringing him back to introduce someone new, it's a clear sign that this individual is poised for greatness. Heyman doesn't align himself with just anyone. His allegiance signals that WWE sees main event potential in the person he's about to endorse. During a recent interview, a WWE legend, perhaps someone like John Cena, The Undertaker, or even Triple H, dropped the bombshell that Heyman would soon make his presence felt on SmackDown. The legend didn't reveal much, only teasing that Heyman's return would mark the beginning of a new era for WWE. They described the individual Heyman is set to introduce as someone who will redefine what it means to dominate. This cryptic tease has sent the WWE Universe into a frenzy, with fans dissecting every possible clue to uncover the identity of this mystery figure. The identity of Heyman's new client is the million-dollar question. Here are some of the most compelling possibilities. 1. Braun Breaker, the next big thing. Braun Breaker, the powerhouse of NXT and a second-generation wrestler, seems like a natural fit for Heyman's guidance. His raw athleticism, intensity, and lineage as the son of Rick Steiner and nephew of Scott Steiner have already made him a standout in WWE's developmental system. Aligning with Heyman on SmackDown could catapult Breakker into the main event scene, where he could take on top stars like Roman Reigns, LA Knight, or even a returning Brock Lesnar. 2. Jacob Fatu, the untapped powerhouse. If WWE were to bring in an outsider, Jacob Fatu from Major League Wrestling, MLW, would be an electrifying choice. A member of the famed NY Wrestling dynasty, Fatu possesses a unique blend of agility and power that sets him apart. His alliance with Heyman would tie seamlessly into the ongoing Bloodline saga, potentially creating tension with Roman Reigns or introducing a new faction altogether. 3. A returning Randy Orton. Randy Orton's potential return has been the subject of much speculation. While Orton is already an established legend, a partnership with Heyman could allow him to reinvent himself. As an older, more cerebral version of the Viper, Orton might use Heyman's cunning to extend his career and dominate in new, unorthodox ways. 4. A debuting Gable Steveson. Despite a rocky start to his WWE career, Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson still has immense potential. With Heyman as his advocate, Steveson could bypass his early missteps and emerge as a legitimate threat in the WWE landscape. Heyman's expertise in presenting real athletes, a la Brock Lesnar, would be invaluable in making Steveson a credible star. 5. Solo Sikoa's ascension. Could Heyman shift his allegiance to Solo Sikoa? The youngest member of the Bloodline has steadily carved out his identity, but he's yet to break free from Roman Reigns' shadow. If Heyman were to introduce Solo as his new client, it would signal a dramatic power shift within the Bloodline and set the stage for an epic family feud. 1. The announcement. The build-up to Heyman's return would begin with cryptic video packages aired on SmackDown. The promos, narrated by Heyman himself, would feature ominous language like, "The next great disruption is coming," and "The WWE Universe will never be the same." These teasers would keep fans guessing and create buzz leading up to the reveal. 2. The return segment. On the night of Heyman's return, the atmosphere on SmackDown would be electric. The show would close with Heyman standing in the middle of the ring, microphone in hand, delivering one of his signature monologues. He would tease the audience, building suspense with lines like, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and tonight I stand before you to herald the arrival of a game changer, a conqueror, a disruptor. This is not just a client. This is the future." Finally, the lights would dim, dramatic music would play, and the new star would make their entrance, leaving the WWE Universe in awe. 3. Immediate impact. Heyman's client would waste no time making their presence felt. Whether it's by interrupting a match, attacking a top superstar, or delivering a promo that sets the tone for their character, the debut would make headlines. WWE would then weave this newcomer into major storylines, ensuring they become a central figure on SmackDown. 1. Clashing with Roman Reigns. If Heyman's new client is someone like Jacob Fatu or even Solo Sikoa, the storyline would naturally tie into the ongoing Bloodline saga. This could lead to a seismic split within the family, with Heyman orchestrating a rebellion against Reigns. 2. Challenging LA Knight. LA Knight, SmackDown's current fan favorite, could become an immediate target. A feud with Heyman's client would allow Knight to showcase his resilience while establishing the newcomer as a credible heel. 3. Dominating the mid-card. For someone like Braun Breaker or Gable Steveson, the initial focus might be on capturing the United States Championship or making waves in the mid-card. With Heyman's guidance, their rise would feel inevitable, setting the stage for future main event opportunities. Paul Heyman's return to SmackDown as the introducer of a new star is more than just a storyline. It's a statement about WWE's future. Heyman's involvement guarantees that the individual he introduces will receive significant screen time, compelling narratives, and opportunities to shine on a grand stage.